Hi, everyone. Welcome to another episode of 10K Dollar Day. This week, we are talking about coffee, ferns, and ticking clocks.
Oh, this sounds like secondhand information to me.
Dun, 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 dun. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of 10K Dollar Day. This is the comedy podcast about imaginary luxury travel. I'm Allison Burns.
I'm Lulu Picard.
And we're so excited to have you join us here again today. We're about to take 10,000 imaginary dollars, and Lulu is going to take me somewhere in the world to spend it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all because we got a magic jumping off word from one of our listeners. Super excited about that. So stay tuned for that word. But before we get into that, we're going to talk about our wish list and our obsessions. So let's get started. Lulu, what's your obsession this week?
All right. My obsession is compression socks.
Oh,
It is true. I've always liked them. Have you tried these compression socks? I
I
say that like they're so new. There's people out there like, what are you talking about? Of
Well,
course
I
they're not.
remember I used to always talk about wanting to get them. Then I did that trip to Hawaii and I
Yeah.
really wished I would have had them because remember my feet swelled and it
Right.
was awful. I had to stick my feet up in the air at the airport. Awful.
Oh.
But Emma has some that she dances in.
Yeah. And I love them because they make walking through the city easier.
Yeah. So it's tight on your ankle
Through your calves.
through the calves. So they're
Through the
tall.
calves. They're tall. They go over your knee or right up to your knee. And nurses use them. People have to stand use them because it's better. It helps your circulation in your legs somehow. Don't ask me how. I
Yeah.
don't know. All I know is it gives me more energy when I'm walking, and I'm obsessed, obsessed, obsessed.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, my obsession right now is Good Thins. Have you had these crackers?
No, tell me everything.
They're gluten free and I'm obsessed. I never
Okay.
thought that I would like a gluten free cracker. You guys, they have so many different flavors. My favorite is like this jalapeno like cracker that they have. They're amazing. They're so good. They have sea salt. They have this veggie cracker. And they're always buy one get one at Publix and I'm obsessed. I eat tuna with it. I eat cheese and crackers with it. Gluten free and they're thin and they're good. That's why they're called Good Thins. They're amazing.
All right.
I can't
Perfect.
get enough. Delicious.
It sounds yummy.
You would love them.
Sure. I like things that are good, and I like some things that are thin.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Do you like to be gluten free?
I feel better when I am gluten free, and I also like to warm my heart by eating bread. So I'm not sure what you're asking me, really.
It's a trick question.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think that you would like them.
Yeah. My body does like being gluten free.
Is wheat gluten?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're allergic to that.
Yeah. That's why my body should actually be gluten free.
We should try them. They're really good.
Oh,
Oh.
man.
All right,
Okay.
what's
Well,
on your wish list?
it's real simple. I just really want a dog.
Oh, tell me your
Okay.
perfect like scenario. Like, do you have a breed or is it just like any dog that you connect with?
That's a great question. Now, because of my lifestyle right now, I think I
Mhm.
am mostly in the market for a small dog, which is the first time in my life I have ever thought I would need or I can't even say the word prefer, but
Yeah.
that I've considered getting a small dog. But I am
Yeah.
at heart a big dog person. I like my dogs to look at me with human eyes and have human looks on their faces. I know little dogs too, but it's just different. I'm sorry, it just is. Okay.
Yeah.
So, um, I think I like the long-haired dachshund situations.
Yeah.
But honestly, I just need a dog that's going to be all about me and super quiet. Now, how is that
Okay.
going to happen? I don't know, and I don't know, and I also don't believe in breeders.
Right.
For just for money. I think that there are certain breeders that I do believe in, but it's really hard to know who's
Yeah.
responsible and who's not. So I want to make sure that I'm supporting the right industry whenever I get an animal, and it's all of that is money,
Yeah.
and it's hard and all that kind of stuff. I don't know when I'll be able to have another dog, but I
Yeah.
sure do feel it.
That's a good wish list.
Yeah.
Well, I wish for this seat cushion for my chair I'm sitting in. Have you heard
Yeah.
of the Cushion Lab?
No.
Lou,
Oh
you're
boy.
about to go down a rabbit hole. You guys Google thecushionlab.com. They have these pressure relief seat cushions that you literally just put anywhere on any seat that you're sitting on. It's a patented shaped like a seat cushion that's literally scientifically designed to relieve sitting and hip pressure and to improve your posture.
You are so easy to impress with marketing copy because you just read that like you said they are scientifically designed.
It's true. It's also odor resistant and has velvet support because it's soft.
So fart all you want.
Yeah.
That cushion ain't going anywhere. Okay, I'm looking at it right now.
It's
There's a
on
Christmas
sale.
comfort sale.
Yeah, exactly. It's on sale for $63
Oh,
from
it
its
looks like a gaming chair.
I know. I really want it. I want it in my seat right now.
What is it beanie
Oh, that's a
or
good
is it
question.
I want this meditation cushion.
I know, right? They have really great stuff.
Yeah, they do. Okay. Let's
Yeah.
stop looking at that.
Yeah. They have lots of different things. They even have bamboo sheets. Yeah.
Oh, I like bamboo
Yeah.
sheets.
So that's my wish list.
Okay, that's great.
All right. That means it's time for
No, did you not get my text?
I
We
would not look.
skipped we skipped the news segment, so I thought maybe we could go back.
Oh, yeah. Let's go back to news segment. Sorry, I wasn't checking my text messages.
That's all right. So, hey everyone, we wanted to make sure, well, at least I did. Allison just wants to blow through it, but I wanted to make sure that we always, touched base right before we jumped into obsessions. But then what did we do? We jumped into obsessions.
We
But
did.
here's the news of the week. First of all, if any of you are planning to come see 1776, which would be great, but listen, none of you have to. I'm not. This is like not a pressure situation. But if you wanted to come, just letting you know, we closed January 8th. It's a limited run. There's no extension. There's no like go back and figure it out. We closed January 8th and we have to. So if you are in the city and you've been one of those people that's like, I'm totally coming, this is the time. And if you hear my voice right now, then you should email us at 10K dollar day at what? At
Gmail.
Gmail. Yeah. Whoo. I didn't understand how email addresses worked for a little bit. Um, email us there, 10kdollarday.com. No, 10kdollarday at gmail.com. And I'll tell you how you can get $35 rush tickets. How about that?
Whoa.
I know. I am the height of generosity. So come on over, see 1776. I also have to give a super big shout out to our bae, Danny Larinka, because we actually had a showdown the other day because of too many people. We didn't have coverage. There weren't enough people to literally do our show. So that happened. And Daniel was in Massachusetts and
Mhm.
said, can you be ready by 8? And I said, well, I don't have anything else to do tonight. So, yes. And we saw Mariah Carey's Christmas concert at Madison Square Garden.
So amazing.
I've never been to Madison Square Garden.
I haven't either.
It's gigantic.
Yeah.
Also, it's amazing because you can come into Penn Station and then the staircase to MSG is literally in Penn Station.
Oh, that's cool.
So he got off the train and we went up a staircase and we were going through the metal detectors.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so it made
So
it
it's
really easy
easy.
to like travel into the city for
Yeah.
a show. The show was great. I have never been to a Mariah Carey concert. That was my first, and she's adorable on stage.
Yeah.
She's so fun, and everyone was having a great time. It was a Christmas concert. Like it was
That's
not
so fun.
a Mariah Carey concert in December. It was
Right.
a whole Christmas concert, like with toy soldiers. The Rockettes showed up. It was all the, and of course that song.
Yeah.
The All I Want for Christmas is the finale. And the
Yep.
entire thing is over. We're talking gospel choir, all the things. It's over. And I'm like, they didn't sing the song. And Danny is like, of course, she always does it as the encore. I was like, that is something, right? To
Yeah.
like save your title song for the encore.
Yeah.
No one's leaving your concert.
No, nobody.
So I'm getting ready for this encore, and all of a sudden I hear, ladies and gentlemen, Drew Barrymore. And she walks in to introduce the final song. What concert does that?
I know.
Brings
And
a
where was
celebrity
she
in,
the whole time?
hanging out,
I know, right?
enjoying Christmas.
Crazy.
Yeah, it
That's
was
what I was
insane.
wondering. I was like, where was Drew?
Yeah, so we had a wonderful time. We had gin and soda and watched it all happen.
That's awesome. What a great like holiday treat.
Absolutely. Now,
Yeah.
Allison, I saw that you just had a holiday party that you put together for the dance center.
Yeah, we had our holiday show. It was for all the rec kids, which is like not the competition teams. So it's all the little kids who take dance classes as kind of like an after school activity. And so they did their holiday show and I did mimosas and hot chocolate and yeah, it was super fun. It was cute. You know, 'tis the season. Christmas is literally around the corner, you guys. So we got to get all the events out.
All of it out. All right, that's the news. So now you can go right back into what you were going to go right back into.
That's the news. So now it's time for 10K.
10K. It's a 10K dollar day. Imaginary travel and a laugh or two.
As we tell you all the crazy things we wanna do,
We buy top drawer.
but we don't really pay.
So say what's your happy and you'll be our bae.
I love that song. So good. All right. So let's hear this magic word to see where Lulu's going to go.
All right.
Hi, my name is Julie Moore and I'm a social worker, and the word is ambulatory.
All right.
Perfect. Ambulatory.
That's
I am
right.
so ready. Okay. Are you ready for this
I'm
day?
ready. I want to
There's
see what you did with this.
a lot of ambulation in this
Okay.
this day. So ambulatory basically means you can move around, right? Like you can walk
Yeah,
around.
absolutely.
That's what it means. So I was feeling pretty ambulatory on this day, which is
Okay.
good. And we are going to Daintree, Australia in
Oh.
Queensland.
Oh, we haven't been to Australia in a while.
And in Daintree, there is an ancient rainforest.
Ancient.
It is actually one of the most ancient forests in the world.
Wow.
Hundreds of millions of years. Some of these
Okay.
like plants, I guess. I don't know. Also, have you ever heard of Gondwang? Does that mean anything to you? Gondwang?
No.
Listen to this sentence that I found on Wikipedia. And I feel
Okay.
Wikipedia is written for people with general knowledge.
Okay. Yeah, I would agree
Do
with
you
that.
know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah. This is the sentence. Daintree has many plants with lineages that scientists have traced back hundreds of millions of years to a time when several continents were joined together as Gondwana.
Oh.
I've
Okay.
never heard of that in my life.
I haven't either.
I thought there was like Pangea. Remember that
Oh,
word?
I have heard of that.
Right. We've all heard of Pangea, but not this Gondwana.
Interesting.
I
That's
want to
actually
know
a
everything.
great name.
So, all 7 of the world's oldest surviving ferns
Mm-hmm.
are in Daintree,
Oh.
and 12 of the world's 19 most primitive flowering plants. So, this is like a serious rainforest.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. I also have to admit, I did not know there was a rainforest in Australia at
Oh,
all.
I didn't either. Yeah.
I kind of thought they were all like in the Amazon.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense though because everything in Australia is like dangerous, right? And I feel like that's where a lot of the like dangerous animals live is in the
Yeah,
rainforest.
every animal in Australia wants to kill you at all times.
Yeah.
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 That's a fact you can take back with you, everyone, from
Mhm.
10K dollar day. Okay, so we're going to stay at a hotel. No, we're not. We're going to stay at an Airbnb. Why in my notes do I write hotel, Airbnb? I don't know. We're going to stay at an Airbnb in Port
Okay.
Douglas, which is very close to Daintree. It's a little under an hour away. I said it's very close. It's a little under an hour away. But Australia's giant. You know what I mean? So it's not that
I get it.
far. Whatever. It's like a football minute. Australia miles are like football miles. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah. Is
So,
this a football minute or a reading minute?
yeah. So this is a 3-bedroom house. It's gorgeous, and we're gonna have a great place, like a place to like hang out. And that, but everything we're gonna do is actually in Daintree. So
Okay.
our home is an hour away.
Very cool.
We're going to breakfast
Nice.
at Choo Choo's at the
Oh.
marina.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
that's cool.
And I feel that our breakfast is going to be delicious, but it might take a lot of time
Why?
because on their website it says we're hiring front of house staff needed for a busy cafe on the marina. Experience
Oh.
not essential, but a
Oh.
good attitude and fun personality a must.
Okay. So yes, they may be a little understaffed.
It might be a little understaffed.
Okay.
Things might take a little while because they're not really hiring for experience. But I know that going in,
Sure.
just there
Sure.
for a fun time.
Yeah.
Okay, so breakfast there, it's going to be about $60 each for us. Oh, the Airbnb was $903 for 2 nights. Three
Ooh.
bedroom. 3-bedroom.
Oh, that's true. If you were to split that up, between
It's a
some
whole
people.
house, 3
Yeah,
bedroom.
yeah.
We're going to get coffee right after breakfast. So don't get coffee there. That was just for
Okay.
food. Then we're going to go get coffee at Kuranda Rainforest Coffee, which
Okay.
is, as they say on their website, proudly dedicated to offering exquisite 100% Australian Arabica.
Oh, I don't know.
hmm
I've
Coffee
heard
grown
that.
ethically in the rich red soil of the Atherton Tablelands.
Oh,
And they serve cold drip coffee.
okay.
I've never heard of that before.
Well, I've heard of drip coffee.
Yes.
Wouldn't it just be like cold brew dripped?
It is exactly like making drip coffee, which is the one with the like a Mr. Coffee.
Yeah.
Right? Except it doesn't heat the water up.
Oh, so
Mhm.
it filters through the cold water.
So it filters through almost like a pour over, but it's cold. And so basically, how cold brew is concentrated when you make it,
Yeah.
this one, you just drink it right after it brews, but it takes a while to like do it. I
Yeah.
don't know. It says it's a new technique. Who knew there were so many new techniques with coffee? I thought coffee was coffee. I was wrong. So for the two of us, we're going to get fancy coffees. $15 is what I
Ooh,
budgeted.
yeah, that is a lot.
And you might be wondering why we are in Daintree.
Yes.
Well, that is because we are going to go on a walkabout.
Because it's ambulatory.
Because it is you
That's
must
good.
be ambulatory in order to go on a walkabout.
Got
So
it.
a walkabout, I think this word gets used a lot and just kind of thrown around, but it is a rite of passage in
Mhm.
Australian Aboriginal society during which males undergo a journey during adolescence, typically ages 10 to 16, and live in the wilderness for a period as long as 6 months to make the spiritual and traditional transition into manhood.
Wait, who do they live with?
I think they go by themselves.
No. Danger.
Yeah, yes, right? So okay, so
Wow.
we're not going for 6 months.
No.
We are already way past our spiritual and transition into manhood. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
that I left that behind a long time ago. So we're gonna get so many letters. So the Daintree rainforest is traditionally owned by the Kuku Yalanji people.
Okay.
And the Kuku Yalanji people do offer guided tours of their homeland. So you can kind of experience a little bit of what a walkabout would be.
I'd do that.
I would too.
Yeah.
So we are going to take a walkabout cultural adventure
Okay.
to the oldest rainforest in the world
Wow.
with an Aboriginal guide, a private tour, and you can have up to 6 people. But if you buy it out, if it's just you and me and our guide,
Yeah.
it's $1,470.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Most of these things don't really have like itineraries because you just walk. And
Yeah, and you have to be flexible.
And yeah, you do. And you have to look around.
Mhm.
And then that's, you're doing what you're doing. Ours is going to be a little more 10K. So
Okay.
we're going to have lunch at the Heritage Lodge. I'm going to pay for the guides.
Okay.
And it's a really, really nice restaurant. They have things like seared kangaroo
Okay.
and an oven baked brie. Are you ready to try seared kangaroo?
I would absolutely try it. I wouldn't be one to order it off the menu, but if someone else had it, I would try a bite.
I would order something else and get a kangaroo for the table.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
I think that's the way to do it.
I think so.
So I budgeted $200 for you and
Okay.
me and the guide.
Yeah, good.
Now they do recommend that you bring reef walkers.
What's that?
Basically, they're water shoes.
Oh, I thought it might be like a walking stick.
Oh, yeah, no, these are water shoes. And so
Okay.
what I did is I got us those Vibram 5-finger shoes
Oh, yeah.
so we can like grip logs
Yeah.
and stuff if
No,
we
I
have
hear
to.
they're good for your feet.
Yeah, I hear that too. So we're getting those. Those, by the way, are pretty expensive. It's $140 a pair.
Really?
Yeah.
That is expensive.
But all the research I said people love them. Like they
Yeah.
feel really good when you walk. So 2 pairs are $280. Now, they also said you probably want to bring a hand fan.
Because it's hot?
Yeah, it's real hot.
Oh.
It's really, really hot.
I feel like you'd want one of those like portable ones that blow mist on you.
That probably would have been smarter, but instead, I got an ostrich feather fan
Ooh, that's fancy.
made out of ostrich feathers. And this is ostrich molt feathers. So I think they just fall off the ostrich. They're not like
Oh, yeah,
plucking them.
they don't shear it.
It's beautiful.
I
It looks
bet.
like those fans in White Christmas when they go sisters, sisters. It's
Oh,
like one of
never
those.
does it? Yeah.
Yeah, you know how they're like super big and they covered their whole
Yes.
body? Okay.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm just gonna that's about all you need to know. I want you to guess how much that money is.
Oh, of the total?
It's
Or for the fan?
the fan. It is
Oh.
handmade in France.
Okay.
It is ostrich molt feathers. It's a wooden frame, African
Mhm.
ebony frame. Production lead time 3 weeks. So it's going to take them about 3 weeks to make this.
1,200.
That would buy a third of it.
Oh,
It's $3,160.
what?
This hand fan.
For one?
Yes. Yes.
Oh. Who can buy
I don't
this
know.
stuff?
I don't.
And what's their game plan? Are they like, if we sell one fan, we will have enough to pay rent for the next 3 months. So we just got to focus on selling this one fan.
I don't know. In my head, I can see like a family that has an ostrich farm and they have one young boy who's a dreamer and he's just making all these fans in the back.
That's crazy. Wait, so what's the real price? You said a third. I'm not good at math.
$3,160.
That's crazy.
Insane. So I was only able to get one. We have to share it.
Let's share it. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So this Daintree National Park, which is part of the rainforest, right?
Yes.
Has lots of walking tracks. It has camping sites. It has other things to do.
Okay.
It has rivers and beaches also. There's rainforest, there's rivers, there's beaches. This is a really cool place to visit.
That is cool.
This does say just keep an eye out for salties before diving in. What
What's
do
a
you think
salty?
salties are?
Keep an eye out for salties. Maybe jellyfish.
Saltwater crocodile.
That's terrifying.
Saltwater crocodile.
That's so scary.
Oh no. You're not even ready for how scary this is. Are you ready?
No,
Yeah.
I would
okay,
not even go near it.
Right. It says watch out for them before you dive in. Spoiler alert, I don't want to dive in. But
Yeah, no.
the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get the loudest alarm clock I can find
Okay.
because I want the crocodile to swallow it like in Peter Pan. So at least I can hear it. So I looked up the loudest ticking clock and I found a very random message board on the National Association of Watch and Clock Collectors, all of whom say that the IKEA D-Dad for $9.99 is
Oh,
the loudest ticking clock available kind of
interesting.
wholesale right now.
I
Yeah.
love that there's a whole like blog about it.
There are people
That's
very
hysterical.
passionate, very passionate. Okay,
I love that.
so we've got a clock.
Got
Here's
it?
some facts about crocodiles that
Yeah.
you were not ready for when you started to listen to 10K Dollar Day today,
Okay. I'm
everyone.
ready.
So, did you know that crocodiles have a clear eyelid?
Oh, to protect their inner eye from the water,
Yes. So while they're in the water, they can see everything.
they can open their eyes.
Yes, they can.
Why
Number
don't we
2,
have that?
because we are not predators.
Yeah, no, I know, you're
In
right.
that, well, I mean, that's why we just have to be predators with our minds instead of with
Yeah.
our bodies.
You're right.
So if they get in a fight, they can retract their eyeballs into
Mhm.
their sockets to protect them.
Okay. Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They can see color, just in case you're trying to figure out how to avoid them. Yes, they can.
Mhm.
Check this out. They have eyes that are uniquely placed on their head. If you look at them from the front, it looks like they're looking at you. If you look at them from the side, it looks like their eyes are on the side. They're basically like the crushed velvet Elvis of
Really?
animals.
I guess I
Yes.
never realized that their eyes follow you. It makes sense. Oh, is that why they say that if you try to run away from a crocodile, you should run jig jag like sideways?
Well, I think that's gator.
They're different.
I think so because listen to this next fact because it's terrifying.
Okay.
I'm just going to read this. This is from A to Z animals.com. They have a horizontal line of special receptors called a fovea streak that extends across the eye. Now, this is right from the website. As you read this, you have to shift your eyes slightly to follow the words, right? As you're reading.
Right? Yeah.
The fovea streak allows crocodiles to scan the horizon without moving their eyeballs. So they can see everything wide,
Whoa.
all at the same time.
They're in 0.5 mode.
They are in 0.5 mode. And it says if you want to retrieve your golf ball from the water hazard and it looks like the crocodile is looking the other way, it's probably actually looking at you.
Oh, that's scary.
Mhm. It's also an apex predator. Do you know what that means? I just learned about it today.
Doesn't it mean it's on the top of the food chain?
It does mean it's at the top of the food chain. The crocodile has no other predators. None. It is the top of its food chain
Crazy.
because we don't even eat crocodiles. Do you know what I mean? So, like, it is at the top. And the only thing it can be threatened by is another crocodile being territorial.
That's crazy.
So, we're going to dress up like crocodiles
Yeah, as we should.
if we want to go swimming, just in case.
Oh,
So, I got you a mascot costume,
okay.
a crocodile mascot for you. That's $824.
Whoa, that's a lot.
I know. And then I got a separate crocodile mascot for me. And this one has underwear on because you always like to be naked. And mine
Okay.
is cheaper, 419 because it's more modest. Maybe, I don't know. And then just in case we get tired of swimming, or if you're like, listen, I don't care about this costume, I'm not putting it on and I'm not swimming because it's fabric and will die when it
Yeah.
gets waterlogged. I got us these 2 pool floats that look exactly like crocodiles.
Oh, that's fun.
So if they look up, they'll be like, whoa, that looks like a really heavy crocodile.
Yeah, no, I love that.
I don't want to get that. Those floats are $83.91 each. You can find that at Amazon and Home Depot, all sorts of
Perfect.
places. And you might be worried, Allison.
Yes.
You might say, listen, we're both not great swimmers.
Mm-hmm.
So what happens if we're not fit enough to get away from these crocodiles?
Yes, I am wondering that.
Well, luckily, I hired a fitness coach to
Okay.
specifically work with us on a new fitness move I found on multiple blogs called
Oh,
the crocodile walk.
okay.
And actually, it's a really good workout. I think I'm going to try to do it on Tuesday. So you're kind of like in planky plank, like about to do like halfway through a push up, you know? or
Okay,
like
yeah,
in a
yeah.
push up, whatever, then it's like left arm forward, right leg forward, and then you like army crawl, but you do push ups the whole time as you army crawl and you try to see how far you can get.
That's intense.
Uh huh. Yeah, it's
That's
cool.
crazy.
So, oh, if you're not ready for that, by the way, everyone, there's also one called a bear walk, and you just don't get as far down. You don't have to do like the
Okay,
push
okay.
ups,
Yeah.
just in case you want to know. So, I wanted to hire a fitness coach that was really great with alignment and like all that kind of stuff. So, I hired my
Mhm.
friend Molly Mastrangelo,
Okay.
who I'm actually doing a yoga program with right now. So, I thought, oh, this would be great.
That's great.
Well, to fly her in from Orlando to Queensland, Australia is over $3,000 right now.
Even like not first class?
Yeah, but it's also summer in
Oh,
Australia right now. So I think this is like their high season. So listen, Molly, you know we've been talking about taking a vacation forever. So you can kick in half.
oh my gosh.
And she can stay in the Airbnb though,
That's cute.
because we have a third
You just
bedroom.
got to get there, Molly.
We just got to get halfway there, Molly.
Halfway there.
Then we're all going to go to Daintree Ice Cream. Their philosophy is tree to cup. This ice cream place is on the fruit farm.
Oh, that's fun.
Uh-huh. So they have a tropical fruit orchard. They get their fresh exotic fruit and then they make everything there. Also, you'll love this. You don't get to choose what you eat. They give you 4 scoops of their tropical ice cream, whatever flavors they made that day.
Yes, that's my dream. Just tell me
Right.
what to do.
Yep. So if you want to do that, you can find that Daintree ice cream. It's $5 ish
Okay.
a serving, and like I said, you just do what they tell you,
Love
and
it.
it's $10.20 for both of us. Then we're going to dinner because we've been crocodile walking the whole time. We are exhausted.
Yeah.
We're going to the Cassowary restaurant at the Fern Tree Rainforest Hotel.
Okay.
We're getting the Australian platter for 2.
What's on that?
Kangaroo, Scotch fillet, fish of the day, mountain bush spice and panko crusted crocodile, garlic prawns, and then other stuff that we've all heard of. But basically, I
Yeah.
just wanted to get to the kangaroo and the crocodile. It's actually not that expensive for 2 people, $53.
Oh,
And
that's
I
not bad
added
at
in
all.
$40 of cocktails just in case, and we're
Oh,
done.
yeah, that's not bad at all.
Yeah. So we just had a lot of exotic food. We are not really sure how full we are because sometimes when you try lots of things, you know.
Yeah.
So we're stopping in at a 7-Eleven.
Okay.
We're going to buy $100 worth of snacks because you know that's my favorite move.
Yes, snacks.
Then we're going to go back to our Airbnb with Molly and we're going to watch in honor of the ancient ferns that we saw in the rainforest. Fern Gully 2, the
I
magical
knew it.
rescue.
Oh, wait, I haven't seen 2. I thought
I
I
know.
just seen number 1.
We've seen original Fern Gully, but I was able to find a DVD in fair condition on sale of Fern Gully 2, The Magical Rescue for $1,000.
That's insane.
The Fern Gully 2 DVD is selling for $1,000.
I have to go through my DVDs.
It didn't even have a case, Allison.
That's insane.
It is in fair condition.
What?
Like, what are you going to do with that?
I don't know. Somebody's going to buy it.
It was us, and we watched
was
it at our
us.
Airbnb. So that brings me to about $9,800. But since I have like 200-ish left, I'm
Yeah.
just going to give it to Molly because she had, to like help subsidize
There
her
you
trip.
go.
And that brings me to $10,000.
$10,000. All right. That was fun. So that's what Lulu would do with 10K
in the place where it's easy to walk about on your walkabout, Daintree, Australia.
That's right. But here's what we would do if we had $10,000 to give away. So
Go
I
ahead.
found, you actually know this. I think we've actually talked about this charity before, Doctors Without Borders.
Oh, yeah. It's a great
And
one.
I found some different things that they're actually doing with mobility that I thought was really cool. So it's actually right now they're doing this whole fund about emergencies that are happening around the world, like with climate issues. So they have allocated all these different funds to help people in all different communities with mobility in regards to floods, in regards to losing their homes because of like fires. So all of these things that are happening. So if you think about floods and if someone who can't walk, right? Ways to get them out, ways to get them a wheelchair, ways to get them, back and being mobile again. So you can donate to Doctors Without Borders. That's just one of the gazillion things that they're doing. But that was something that I found that had a direct correlation to mobility, which I thought was really cool. So check them out, doctorswithoutborders.org. What did you find?
What did I find? I found the New York AIDS Walk, which is part of the gay men's health crisis in New York,
Okay.
specifically the one in New York, although there's lots other places. But this event specifically supports other tri-state aid services, social justice, and or public health organizations. And I have lots of friends who've actually received help from the gay men's health crisis and help from AIDS walks in particular. And I just wanted to kind of uplift it because we don't really talk about that disease anymore. Like, I think there's a lot of people who think it's a go,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I work with several people who are HIV positive and living with AIDS all the time. So
Yeah.
you know, it's out there. So please
Yeah.
support if you can.
That's great. That's a great organization. So if you have a charity that you'd like us to feature, go ahead and email us at 10kdollarday@gmail.com. We'd love to talk about it here on the podcast. And we'd love to connect with you. So you can just email us just to say hi too. Or hey, if you've been to Australia and you know how to get away from a saltwater crocodile, let us know because we
Yeah.
always like to be in the know. All
Also,
right.
if you are a saltwater crocodile, remember when
Ooh.
I said we are not your predators. Thank you.
That's right. That's right. But we do like to dress up like you for Halloween, apparently. So, all right. So now we're going to talk about our happies. My happy is that, and I wrote this down a few days ago, which was funny. I put all my Christmas presents have been bought, and then I wrote ... but not wrapped, but updated happy. They have been
Oh,
wrapped now.
that's right. They're all behind
They're
you.
behind me. They're wrapped. And here's the funny story about why they're behind me. I went to put them under the tree. And well, first of all, I was not going to put him under the tree. My husband said, put him under the tree. And I said, no, we have this new dog. He's going to get into these. He's like, no, he's not. He's so good now. He doesn't even, make messes in the house. He doesn't chew anything. Like he's good. I said, I really think that we should not put these new gifts out. He's like, he's been fine. I said, all right. We put all the new gifts out. We went out. We came back. There were gifts destroyed.
Wait,
Oh, yeah. Yep. 2 gifts.
no.
Completely destroyed, ripped into, shredded.
No.
Yeah, and I looked at my husband, he goes, "Okay, so I was wrong." So I had to move all the gifts back into the podcast room,
And
so
did your husband have to rewrap those other gifts?
they were destroyed.
Oh, they're done.
That dog
Were they
ate
expensive?
them. Thank goodness, no. But here's what's crazy. I bought 2 identical gifts, one for Emma and one for Hannah.
Mhm.
Identical. Those out of all the gifts that were there, those were the gifts he chewed up, and they were wrapped separately. Do you think it was something like it smelled different? It was the
What was
exact same gift.
Can you say what the gift is without giving
Yeah,
anything
because
away?
I'm
Your
not
kids don't listen. So what
well,
was
and I'm
it?
also not probably gonna rebuy it. So it's kind of silly.
What if you're like, it was bacon?
But it does have to do with like a body part. It was one of those ear cleaner things.
Oh yeah. Oh.
So
No, that
it's
wouldn't have
shaped
smelled
and
weird.
it goes into the ear and goes ding, ding, ding. It's like a almost electric or something. And I was like, "Oh, those are cool." So I bought 2 and because they're, I was like, "That's a cool like gift, like it's different." But they were completely packaged, the exact same gift. Everything was out, and those are the 2 he destroyed.
Were Are other things with the same wrapper?
Yes.
Oh, I don't know.
I know. Weird, right?
Yeah, totally weird, but
Really weird.
interesting. What if those things are super defective and your dog just saved your kids' lives?
They would have put it in the air and it was like,
Yeah.
boing.
What
Like
if your
that.
dog was like a bomb sniffing dog and he was like,
Oh,
absolutely not? Don't get mad at your dog. He
that's
might know
true.
what's
It
up.
may have changed everything.
Yeah.
All right. What's your happy?
My happy is that I had coffee with my friend Michael the other day, and Michael and I did Man of La Mancha together in Connecticut, like, I don't know, before the pandemic. And That's my life now. It's like before the
I
pandemic or
know. That's
since
how everybody
April.
is.
That's what you have. So before the pandemic, when I was that person, I did this show with Michael, and since we worked together as actors, we have both become college professors. And so it was cool to like connect about that and kind of
Yeah.
share like because he works at a different university. So just kind of comparing all of that and recognizing the fact that we both do both because there's not a lot of professors who are also actively working. There's not a lot of professors who like have a second job, right?
Yeah.
In the sense of what I do. And so to connect with those people has been really cool.
I love that.
Yeah. There's
So
actually like
grown
2
up.
or 3 people in my cast who teach.
That's really
So
cool.
there's a few of us who were like, "Are you grading finals yet?" I'm grading finals,
Aw.
It's
That's
insane.
cool.
Also, can I tell you that I just graded? I'm grading my finals right now for my class. I don't know if any of y'all are listening, but all you need to know is that someone started their essay and the first line is acting is a bitch. I was like, what am I doing?
That's so funny.
And you know what? It's true. Acting is a
That's
bitch.
amazing.
Yeah. All right.
Oh.
That's what I got.
All right, and here's what we got. We got our last segment. So here we
Wait,
go. It's
was that your happy that your
yeah,
dog ruined the presents?
I rapped.
That okay, yeah, that's forgot. I forgot about the part where they were wrapped. I only remember the part where they were not wrapped.
Oh, all right, let's keep laughing. Let's do a little bit of
10K Roleplay.
all right. You got one for me?
I do. Are you ready?
I am.
Okay, Allison, you must be exhausted.
I am.
Yeah, because on this solo walk around the world
Yeah.
that you have been doing, we're catching up with you about a third through your journey, let's say.
Okay.
Third through
Okay.
your journey of
Yeah.
walking around the world.
Yeah.
Um, I gotta ask you, what is your obsession?
Well, my obsession right now, actually, I was listening to this podcast. I got this great idea, and now it's my obsession compression socks. So I've been wearing these compression socks for my walk. And man, what a great idea. They hold my calves in and it gives compression in all the right places. And here's the best part, the compression socks I got, they come in different colors. They're called colorful compressions.
Oh, nice.
And
Uh-huh.
and so I get to wear different colors every single day. So sometimes, these walks get lonely and I get bored, but it does brighten my mood when I look down. I see my bright socks, my bright yellow, my bright pink, my neon green, my fluorescent orange. It makes me feel better. So these colorful compressions, that's my obsession.
It's a good tip for our listeners.
Yeah.
Okay, what is on your wish list right now?
Well, my wish list is that I wish I would have thought this through. Um,
You
you
mean the
know,
trip in general?
the trip in general, because
Okay.
I planned it out as much as I thought you could plan a walk around the world. But what I didn't take into account was exactly how long it would take because I was just saying, "Oh, this is according to MapQuest, right? This is how long it should take." But then when you put in the elements and you put in weather and you put in, terrain and you put in, roadkill, like all of that comes into play as you walk along the roads and the highways and the forest. So, I wish I would have thought about it maybe a little bit more, maybe interviewed someone who had tried it, just gotten a little bit of perspective. So that's my wish list, live and learn.
Well, you're going to have so much experience and wisdom
Yeah.
for everybody once you get off this walk,
It's very, yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
I will. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, well,
Yeah.
all right. So, what would you do with $10,000?
Well, funny you talk about wisdom because I would take that $10,000 that I would get and I was going to create my own walk with me program, and that's
Uh-huh.
what it's going to be called, walk with me.
Okay.
And so it'd be something where, we could like get t-shirts made and like matching compression socks. The one thing I would make is compression socks with days of the week written on it because they don't have that yet.
You're right. Okay.
So like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And then I would create the Walk With Me group, and I
Uh-huh.
would use that money to make a website
Uh-huh.
and all the gear that we would need, and then some marketing
Uh-huh.
and to get all the word out to people who want to walk with me.
Okay.
And also I'd probably hire someone to write a jingle because I really think that's how you get in people's ears nowadays. You got to have like a hook that people remember. Like Stanley Steamer's really good at that. The Mattress Firm, they're real good at that. They have those hooks, in their songs that you remember.
Mattress
So
firm.
so I'd want someone to create a song with that money too, so
Yeah.
that I
Okay.
would have a hook, so people would sing it and then they'd want to come walk with me.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right. Well, how would you give $10,000 away?
Well, I think I would give it to the guys with me who are filming this whole expedition.
Oh,
I'd
you
actually
have a
donate
crew.
I do. I have a crew with me. And but they're not walking with me. They ride along. So they have a bit easier, but they're filming the whole process because I'm also gonna be in a documentary.
Oh.
Um yeah, and it's about me walking around the world, and like the struggles of it all. And I don't know how well it'll do because there's no dialogue. They told me they thought it would be more interesting if I don't speak ever. So it's just me walking and and sometimes I'll like breathe heavy or they got me sneezing one time, but other than that, it's just me walking. So I don't know how it's gonna do, but I would give it back to those guys because they work real hard.
I didn't realize what an exclusive interview this was because we just have your voice. So it's like we have the other half of the documentary, which I enjoy. All right, last question. What's your happy?
Well, my happy is that I'm a third of the way through my walk, and so I only have 2/3 left to go. And so that's my happy is that I know that, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. And I haven't even gotten to the my favorite parts of the world yet. So that's exciting. I'm happy about that's coming up on my trip. Um,
Uh-huh.
it'll be
Uh-huh.
interesting when I cross over the ocean. That'll be interesting. That one's gonna be did they told you how I was doing it, right?
No, no, remind me.
Yeah, so they actually have me boarding an empty cruise liner,
Uh-huh.
and I'm gonna just keep walking the whole time as the boat crosses the water. So
Uh-huh.
just walk back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, but
Right.
nobody else is on it, so the pace won't stop.
Right.
And
Right.
then as
Right.
soon
Right.
as it docks, I get to walk off the boat. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Wow. Well, that is unique. It's been great talking to you. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks.
All right.
All right. Now it's your turn. Now,
Okay.
Lulu. So
Yes.
ambulatory is
Uh-huh.
walking, or I've used the word mobile, right? You're mobile. So Lulu, you are the owner of a mobile home park
Mm-hmm.
of the most successful 55 plus community in the USA.
Okay. Okay.
This is the best
The
mobile
most
home park.
successful. The
Most
most
successful.
successful. The most
Yes.
successful. Yes, we are.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you.
So, hi, welcome to the show.
Well, hello, you shiny person. It's great to be here.
So, tell me, what is your current obsession?
I am obsessed with a new corporate sponsorship that we have here at Rosie Gardens Mobile Home Retirement Park. And here at Rosie Gardens, we've just received the most incredible sponsorship from Tito's Vodka. And I really think that it is going to bring a level of hipness for the artificial hips, if you know what I mean. And we're really excited about this new social offering we have.
That's good. Oh, they're gonna
Mhm.
get crazy there. What's on your wish list?
I have to say, I really wish we had just a few more like big padded walls and big padded floors, because what I like to do is I like to turn up the night here at Rosie
Mm.
Gardens. And we have, for instance, a nightclub that's open till about 4 a.m., which is good because normally most of our residents wake up around that time. So what we've done is really turned it around. But what I've realized is, we have a couple of those like cages you can get in and dance with the poles, but getting out is very difficult for some of our residents. So I think that a few more just soft places to land. We
Mm.
want you to have fun. We want you to get out there. We want to stretch yourself, but not overstretch. You know what I mean?
Right. I do know what you mean.
Mhm.
I did not know you were this successful. Okay, so if you had an extra $10,000 to spend, how would you spend it?
Well, to be honest, we have been sued a lot in the past 2 or 3 years. So we have quite a lot of legal fees to pay. And I think what I would do is I would shift $10,000 of that over to the people who are specifically dealing with a lawsuit that we have about all of the spilled pasta sauce. Because what we did is we had this crazy Italian night party, and it was like, oh, bring your own pasta, and like, how they say throw it at the wall.
Uh-huh.
Well, we like to have a food fight because pasta doesn't hurt. There's no,
Right.
you're not going to get hurt by being hit with a wet noodle. So what are you really losing? So everyone brings their own pasta and we kind of throw it around. Um, what was I saying? What was this one? Is this $10,000? I forgot all litigation fees, right? So basically, there are a lot of people that slipped on some pasta
Oh.
and fell. And again, we don't have enough of those padded things. So we are in a little bit of a lawsuit due to pasta night, which is really, really sad because our main chef is named Alfredo, and he had kind of taken it upon himself to anchor those. So we're hoping they can return soon, but until we can get that case settled, we're doing pizza instead.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
good.
Mhm.
So if you had $10,000 to give away, where would you
Yeah.
give it?
I have to tell you, there are all of these people who really want to get in here. People who are 54, 53, and I keep telling them, you have to wait. But what I have heard is that in South Korea right now, everybody's getting a year younger, I think it is. So, what I would do is I would actually send one of those people to South Korea, but the other way, because I
Oh.
think if you go around the earth the other way, time goes the other way. So, I think what I would do is I would send them into the future so that they
Mm.
are 55 and then they could come and hopefully purchase one of our new duplexes available in the fourth expansion.
Oh, that's fantastic. Very
Mhm.
good. All right, final question. What's your happy?
So many, many things. There's 0 days without a workplace incident for the first time since 2004. We just achieved that today. So I was really excited about that. Mrs. Brenner in apartment 575 just celebrated her 90th birthday again. She never remembers, but we just do it 90 every year. And that's always been fun. Let's see. Oh, we just got new puppies, which is great. Everyone here is super excited about those little ones. It's really the little things that make us happy here at the most successful mobile home, and that's what you would feel if you lived here at Rosie Gardens.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much.
Had a ball, had a ball.
Oh. All right. So, hey guys, that's our show.
Take it or leave
Take
it.
it or leave it. No, listen, if you have a word that you want to give us because you think this is fun, go to our website, 10kdollarday.com. Just click on submit a word. It's as easy as that. You just record your voice. You tell us who you are, what you do for a living. If you want to, you can tell us your favorite color and then give us your magic word. And we'd love to create an episode based off of that word for you. So check that out. Also, we have a Patreon. You can check that out by going to our website as well. And for as little as $2 a month, you can support this podcast. All right, here we go. We're going to do our ending credits because this podcast would not be possible without a bunch of people. This podcast is produced by Andrea Canny, intro by Stan Collins, graphic art by Jacob McAllister, 10K jingle by Rockwell and Rose, the vintage 10K Saturday episode voiceover by Charlie Hume. Thanks as always to Buzzsprout. And we're going to end this episode the way we ended every single week with friends like us.
Who needs amenities?